Hello, everyone, and sorry for the 2-minute delay. I'm really excited to be writing with you live, as the title of this video implies. For those of you who are welcome, I do these for an hour every Friday. For those of you who have been here before, hello again. It is great to see you. So, as always, I typically share my screen and I write a blog post live, and I'll stop and answer some questions along the way. So if anything occurs to you that you want to know more about, you see me doing something weird and you're like, what the heck is she doing? Just feel free to leave a comment at any point and I will be happy to help. So yeah, I don't really have any ideas for what to write today yet. This one's interesting. So this is one that I've been working on actually, that I'm hoping that 1.0 is actually going to accept. I recently wrote another one for them that they did take and they were really happy with it. And I've been doing some research I've been doing some research into what a viral tweet actually gets you. By research, I mean I've been messaging people on Twitter being like, hey, did you make any money from that viral tweet? Nicole says that I was trending yesterday. Yeah, I actually trended for a story I wrote during one of these sessions. That was really cool. So in case you were wondering, the trending story was this one, 4 harmful myths that hurt cats. And I wrote this live last week in front of everyone. It took me less than an hour. It's actually a lot of fun to write. It's kind of dying a quiet death today, but you know what? It's going to earn me a ton of money. So I'm not too unhappy about it. And it is always such a trip to see your own name on the trending list of Medium. It's happened to me a couple of times, twice actually, with stories that I've written during the Write With Me lives. Maybe that's the secret. But yeah, no, really cool to go live go live and go viral, 5,000 views, but really pleased. And for one about my cats too. That was so funny to me. Okay, back to my story. Or I could do, let's see. I don't know. Okay, here's a fun one. I can do my January income. Actually, I've got another question from Mariana I can answer. Was that your first time writing for Tenderly? Were they fast replying? I've actually written for Tenderly a couple of times in the past. As many of you know, I got my start on Medium writing about my cats, so I had a ton of pet-related content, and the editor, Jack Shepard, actually messaged me. He was like, hey, I see you have a ton of cat stuff. Would you be okay to add this to Tenderly? And I was like, yeah, all right. One of the stories after being added to Tenderly actually took off again and earned me like $100 more, which was awesome. The other ones, they just now exist in Tenderly, and now I don't have to go through the submission process with Jack, which is nice. I just submit it. You'll see here. Oh, I have to start writing something. All right. All right, come on. I have Tenderly. There we go. I have as an option here, and I can just submit the same as I would to any other publication, which is kind of nice. So, right. So I think I'm going to do my income one because those are always really fun for me to write. I love doing charts and analysis and stuff like that. So what do I call this? How I earned, I think it was 7763153 with how many, it was like 9 streams of freelance writing income. I try to come up with fun titles. Adventures in freelancing, that's the kicker. I just learned that you can do this. I didn't know you could add a kicker like that. How many months in? I'm October, November, December, January. 4 months into my freelancing journey. Exciting. All right. Okay, so to do this, I should probably share my monthly income report. I do have a client who prefers to remain nameless, which is totally cool because I ghostwrite for them. So I'm just going to, client 1, anonymize this before I share it. Client 3, and client 4. Okay, so my partners, myself, and my clients. How am I gonna turn this into a story? Oh, hi Danon as well, by the way. Hello. When I've done these in the past, I've just broken them down by income stream. So, I mean, we can do that again here. On October, I began my freelance journey with ambition. I decided. Learned so far. This is a really bad introduction, by the way. I'm just like, whenever I struggle with writing, I just like write down literally whatever comes to mind. For me, writing is the hard part, editing is the easy part. So I've got stuff here and I'm like, all right, I can work with this content once it's down. I know it's bad. I'm giving myself permission to write bad stuff, but with the knowledge that I'm going to come back and fix this. All right. Broken down by client stream. How much money was that? 1,600, 1099. Number one. I'll consider. Consider. So I do consider myself a client. Hello to Melanie and hello to Ganesh. Yeah, for anyone who's joining now, please feel free to pop any questions into the chat. I always take a break and answer them when I run out of things to say and I have to take a break anyway. So please feel free to hop right in at any point. I'll answer this one even though I'm mid-writing. Yes, Melanie, you absolutely can. And thank you, Coco Loco, because you reminded me I do actually have a proper microphone. Let's get this hooked up. Although, in answer again to Coco Loco, these are very casual. So if you're expecting a very polished presentation, this ain't it. Apologies for any slurping. My tea is really hot. Market, create, sell, and trying to get this in some kind of order. So like a chronological order that I have to create, make a brief for, create, market, and sell. This includes my own website where I sell my consulting services. How much money was that? $618 this month. Pretty good. What else did I do? My Patreon. Where I coach and help encourage. This is where I post messages, answer email questions. What else? Oh yeah, the Write Your Future. That was really funky formatting it there. Hello, Astrid. My cat has decided to join us. Hi, Astrid. She wants to come snuggle with me. Come on. There you go. Oh, hello, careful. Sorry if you're hearing any muffled noises. She's just trying to settle down in my lap. Why don't you go somewhere else? She doesn't want to go anywhere else. She's very sweet. My own website, which is suiwrites.com. My Patreon, which is patreon.com/SuiRain, I think. It's going to be embarrassing if that's a broken link. Let's try. Yes. Okay. We're in business. And then what was the time? 30 hours. Can that be? No. 8 hours. All right. Math. Ma'am, you're going to have to go somewhere else. Please leave. Who can do math? Probably not me. Okay, so we have a total of paste. Oh my gosh. All right. 1610.99 divided by 8.35 equals 192 per hour. Unlink this. Number 2. Whoops, did not mean to zoom in there. My partners as clients. All right, I'll take a break and answer some questions. Let's see. Is Psychology Today a good research resource? So what I do when I use Psychology Today, because I don't like to cite anything unless it's like a source. Okay, so if I go to Psychology Today and I pick, I don't know, flexible brains and adjusting to a changing world as an example. So she's a PhD, but she doesn't say what in. So I would want to thoroughly research Lucina here to make sure that she's a credible source. Sometimes they also link to references down here. And I find that more often I'll use Psychology Today to get ideas, but when I want to scientifically reference something, I'll use the references that they themselves use. That way I can kind of use the article as inspiration. I know what things are, what topics people are interested in. I can cite an expert, but I'm still relying on primary sources, which I think is the sort of ideal. Do you get a lot of traffic from Twitter to your Medium page? Medium does not do a great job of attributing sources on a holistic basis. So if I go to any one of my single stories here, like let's say this one, I can see that I get some traffic per story. Like, okay, Twitter here in this case got me 21 views out of 5.4 thousand. So in this specific case, no. I have had some stories that get tweeted out by bigger Twitter names and I get a lot more traffic that way, but on the whole, I'd say probably not. What kind of topics have made you the most money? So personally, a combination of personal growth, development, and kind of pop culture-y type of stuff. So I can show you my top performing stories. This will give you an idea of the ones that are the most lucrative. Once the views load fully. Yeah, so you can see these stories are the ones that have earned me the most money. Psychology, culture, habits, etc. So that's what tends to perform well for me. But this is different for everyone. I know some people prefer to specifically write about programming. That works really well for them. Programming for me, I like writing about it, but it doesn't earn me a ton of money. So just depends. Hi to Vasco. When I'm writing an article, insert an image of my own. How should I do the legend? I just normally say source : author, and then I'll link to my website or wherever I like, or my Instagram, wherever I got the image from, if it's my own. I can't add a subheading in Medium due to glitch. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. However, I do not know how I can help you. I'm sending you good vibes, but that's all I can do right now. My story is going viral. 500 views yesterday, 6,000 views today, but all external views amounting to 1.68 earnings. How do I get internal views? I've done a lot of videos on this subject about how to get views. Internally, it all comes down to publication, curation, and the mysterious algorithm. It's hard. I don't know the whole answer, which is why you don't see me going viral every time I write a story, unfortunately. But I would say that going externally viral is not a bad thing. You might not earn money from those views on Medium, but those are going to be people reading your stories. Some of them might want to hire you in the future for a job. Others might want to offer you freelance work. Going viral, even if it's external, even if it earns you $0, it's still getting your name out there. And that is going to be much more long-term beneficial. All right, I think I'm out of questions. I will carry on writing. Okay, my partners as clients. The second type of client is one, describe a partner. It's kind of weird. It's like someone who pays me through somebody else. Like, I'm just gonna go close the door because people are busy in my house. All right, and back at it. Where were we? My partner says clients. Money comes from a third party. I count Medium as YouTube as partner clients. Money comes from readers, advertisers. Is that for this type of content, the rules are different. I'm not writing directly for the people who are paying me, unlike myself as a client or direct clients, which I will get to in part 3. I have to create. Okay, so partners. Copy, paste. Medium, YouTube, Newsbreak, local media. Okay. 2A. How many stories did I write on Medium last month? Let's find out. That's a really good cup of tea. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not counting my bio. That's just like a newsletter. 6, 7. I wrote that back in October. It just got published. 8, 9, 10, 11. And then this one I didn't earn any money from. Nor this one. So really 9. 9 money earning stories. I wrote 9 stories that earned money. Is one of my favorite partner clients because how many videos did I post on YouTube? It's about 3 per week, including my live events. So what, 12, I guess? Videos? I guess it's 8 videos. 8 videos, 8 full length videos, and 4 live events resulting in bad 2C. And I have to link to my channel. I think I know the URL. youtube.com/channel/Zuli Rain Writes. Let's find out. Nope. Maybe if I get rid of channel. Ah, there we go. I'm nearly at 9,000 subscribers. Thank you if you're one of them. And also thank you if you aren't. I love all of you equally. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Link. many hours is that? That is 22.1 hours. Clients giving me an hourly rate of, oops, 22.1 divided by, oops, that's not what I wanted to do either. What was my 4495.14? 203. Not too shabby. Per hour. Oh, and I forgot to say what my main money was. It was 4495. All right. On to 3. Direct clients. How many streams am I up to? I had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh God, it's going to be like 11 streams in the end. 11. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Clients 1 through 4. Clients. These are the most typical kind of, oh, you know what? I'll stop and answer some questions. Any tips on writing the perfect title? Great question. I have actually done some YouTube videos on title writing, so feel free to check those out. In short, you have to make it something people want to click on, but that answers the article has to answer the reason people click. That's the best I can do in like a bite-sized nugget of wisdom. So clickbait, but without being clickbait, I guess. It's hard. It's an art. It's not a science. Hello to Alad. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. And yes, great timing. Good to have you here. Is the outline or format of a Medium blog post the same as any other blog post format? Yeah, Gina, this is a good question. On Medium, as well as really anywhere else that there are blogs, I suppose, there are lots of different types of formats. You've got your listicle, your personal essay, your rant, your more like infotainment kind of thing. I would call this an analysis type where it's not exactly a listicle. It's more like breaking down analysis. This type does pretty well. Listicles do very well. Personal essays do very well. So I would say, yes, the outline and format of a Medium blog post is roughly the same. Can you show us how you repost content originally posted on Medium to your site? Still not sure about how canonical tags, even after watching your... Yeah, so I do it the other way around. I normally write content to my website and then import it onto Medium. It's rare that I post on Medium first and then backdate to my website. So that might be why you're confused. Do you use Pinterest to share your article? 100 extra views. The other time I got like 3 views, so I kind of stopped after that. To be honest, there are 10,000 different ways you could promote your writing, and I recommend that you pick 1 or 2 that you're already good at. I love doing YouTube videos, so I picked that as one of my ways, and I like to tweet, so I picked that as a secondary way. I don't know anything about Pinterest. I'm not very good on Instagram. I don't really know much about like Google Ads, so I decided to ignore those and just focus on the ones that I am comfortable with. How long after submitting to be a writer for a pub before I resubmit? It depends a lot on the pub. You're going to want to check their guidelines. Some will say, we'll get back to you in 48 hours. Some will say, you'll have to wait up to 10 days. If there aren't any guidelines on your expected wait time, I would give it 5 working days. People seem to be very busy nowadays. I don't know if that's just like a February thing or not. Okay. Just going to do a bit of light formatting here. B. Oops, I did not want to highlight I. Local media. $0.50. It's almost insulting. Oops. Sorry, did not mean to do that. Okay, now what was my direct client? Is that right? Yes. Overall, I spent how many hours? Let's see, 8 plus 1.5, that's 10.25 plus 2.1 is 11.35. $11.35, let's see, 1.35 equals 1657.4 divided by 146. Oh, that's super long, 0.03 per hour. I suspect as I grow more familiar with the newer client work, this rate will increase in my favor. All right. Not too bad. I'll stop and answer some questions. Did you monetize your articles from the very beginning? Yeah, so I started writing on Medium right when they were kind of getting the partner program in full swing. Best practice used to be to split 50-50, some behind the paywall, some not. But I always put all of my art behind the paywall from the very beginning. I believe that it's worth paying writers for their work. And if all you have to pay is for unlimited content, I think that's a very fair price to access the work of a lot of very good writers. And in an effort to show that, I put all of my content behind the paywall. Do you think it's always better to get internal views first before external views? Well, better is such a subjective word. It depends what you want. If you want to become known as an expert in your field, any type of view is great. If you want to earn money from Medium, internal is probably best. If you are looking for people to hire you, external might be better because that means that people are finding you from outside Medium in more specific niches. It depends what your ultimate aim is, to be totally honest. How much have you earned from your affiliate links? Do I have any? I think I might have like 1 or 2 affiliate links. I have some on my bio. So far 0. So I'm not much of an affiliate marketer. I know some people are very good at it, but I'm definitely not one of those people. Can you show us how you break down your monthly income report? The Excel sheet looks amazing, or maybe this could be another video. Yeah, so the Excel sheet, I have my income from, when I first started freelance writing, I really thought that it would be simple and straightforward. As you see from my many income sheets that I have here, there's a lot going on. And I realized that the best way that I could make sure that I was spending my time effectively was to track my time for every single type of work I was doing, whether it was marketing, writing, promotion, filming, editing, outreach, anything. So I use Clockify to track my time there, which I will post the link in the comment. Clockify.com. I think it's clockify.com. Clockify.me. Sorry. Clockify.me. So I track all my time in Clockify, split down by these 3 sort of brackets. And then I track how much money I earn every month from those clients. And that lets me see, like, okay, so for example, normally if I were only earning $146 an hour compared to, like, you can compare this with your partner programs or this for my own work, that's really low. And I would be like, okay, well, why is that so low? What can I do to improve that rate? That kind of analysis has been absolutely critical for me as a freelancer because I'm pretty disorganized by nature and I needed something to keep me on track. I have done an article on this, 4 lessons for my full-time freelance writing report. You can check this out. That kind of goes into it, but I love the idea of doing a video on it. So I will add that to my list now. Do you have any idea how to submit to Medium run publishers? Yeah, so if you Google Medium editorial group, I can show you actually. Medium editorial group. These have instructions, all of the Medium run publications, how to apply to them. Most of them, it's an email. I started writing on Medium after watching your videos, so thank you. This is my first live. Welcome, Marie. Really cool to hear that you're writing on Medium. You got an email that's a top writer tag. Yeah, that's awesome. So top writers, here, I'll show you. Medium.com/tag. What did you get a top writer tag in? I'll just guess writing, just as an example. So you can see that there are 50 top writers. So what this means is when you write a story, I can show you here. So if I were to publish this, continue publish, I add tags. And if you add, like, I don't know, the writing tag, if you do that, Medium catalogs all of the stories under the writing tag. And what it's trying to do is figure out, okay, well, out of all of the people who are publishing using the writing tag, who are the top 50 writers? And it's kind of, nobody really knows how they calculate this, but it's like, this is their definition, right? Frequent writers on Medium with popular stories tagged writing. Tim Denning, Shonda Grimes is amazing. I recommend following her. Nick, Michael, these people are awesome. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize I was in there. So these are the people who are frequently and successfully writing about writing. And that means that you are frequently and successfully writing in whatever the tag was. So congratulations. Do you still do brand journalism? Yeah, so my brand journalism clients tend to be more one-off. People will contact me and say, hey, can you write X about my brand? And either post it on their website or under my Medium name. I did one of those in December. It was just a one-off project. But by nature, these tend to be, yeah, more like one-off projects if the client is contacting me directly, because it would really kind of devastate my brand if I was constantly posting about somebody else's brand. That would feel kind of cheap to me. I typically will only do 1 or 2 projects. That being said, for my ghostwriting client, who I cannot name because they are my ghostwriting client, I do write a lot of brand journalism for them under a different name. I just like to categorize them as my direct client because it's just the most straightforward way. How much have you earned from articles with less than 1,000 views? Let's have a look. I don't know off the top of my head. Okay, here's a good example. This one has just under 1,000, and this has earned me 20 bucks. Let's look at one with even fewer. Okay, here's one with 700, 18 bucks. Here's one with, okay, this one's only got less than 400. This has only earned me $5. Very poor return on my investment for this one. Hopefully that answers your question. Do you put affiliate links in your articles? No. All right, we're back. Sorry, I did not think I was going to be having internet issues. I'm not very good at keeping track of all that, and I'm not very good at finding ways to wedge affiliate links into my articles. So personally, no. Is it financially worth it to write in a niche that even doesn't have a topic or tag on Medium? So I would find it very hard to write in something that doesn't have a topic. The Medium topics are very broad. I would be shocked if you wrote something that didn't somehow fit into an angle of the topics. That being said, money on Medium doesn't come from being curated or writing into any tags. It's about Medium members reading your stuff. So if you're reading about something that doesn't fit into any of the tags or topics, but people are still reading it, then yeah, it's absolutely financially worth it. I saw your post about sex bots spamming on YouTube and it was wonderful. I'm glad you liked that. That was one of the most fun articles I've written in a long time. How many viral articles do you get per month and what is a viral article? So I would categorize a viral article as something that earns me over $1,000. That the amount of views it takes to earn that $1,000 varies. It's somewhere between 30 and 50,000 views. I used to be able to count on getting 1 or 2 of those per month. Like since October, that's decreased. So you'll see that I don't have any, you can see scrolling down my stats, I don't really have any viral stories. I have some that do well, like 11,000 views is good, but nothing spectacular. You have to scroll for a long time before we get to anything that I would consider viral. This is something I would consider viral, over 20,000 views. And this has earned me, let's see, $500. Maybe not quite viral, viral-ish, viral adjacent. Okay, I'm gonna go back to writing. Oops, I accidentally clicked my stats page. Okay, where was I? Okay, conclusion time. What is my conclusion? All right, time to do some quick arithmetic. I don't know where my phone is. I'll use my calculator. Let's see here. 11.35 plus 22.1 plus 8.35. 41.8. All right, let's whack in some pie charts. So copy, paste, just the values, and then paste values. Copy, paste values only. So this is self, partners, direct. I want to make a nice little pie chart. Insert chart. Lovely. And great primary colors. How do I pick different colors? I hate these colors. Pie chart. Pie slice. Okay, here we go. That's a nicer yellow. I like that. Okay. Partners. Let's make this a cute, like a purple. Maybe a darker purple. That's nice. I love this. This is what I get to spend my time on as a freelancer, making a more aesthetically pleasing pie chart. Isn't that the dream? All right, I hate that. I hate that mauve. I made a mistake. Maybe a blue. Does that look too much like a pastel, like a baby? Okay, you know what? We're going to make self a more peachy color. All right, that's not disgusting. Did I? Why are you not? Can I not copy this? Copy. Ugh. All right, I'm going to have to take a screenshot. That's messy, but you know, we all do what we can. Author created this pie chart. Getting really hungry for pie. Okay, so now let's do a pie chart of this. What happened here? Why can I not? How do I get rid of this? Oh my God. All right, we're back. We're back on top. We're fine. Insert another pie chart. What happened here? Oh, it's because this isn't money. Oh. Y'all don't have to stay for this. I'm just making a nice little Nice little pie chart. All right, let's try that one more time. Why would that not work? So frustrating. Oh, it didn't work for this one either. Oh, no, it did. It did. We're fine. Sorry. All right, bear with me. We're just working through some issues. Copy. All right. Oh my God, I'm gonna yell. I'm actually gonna yell. Why is this not working? Somebody's probably really helpfully posted the solution in the comments and I'm just not looking. All right, there we go. God, that was very frustrating. All right, we're just gonna keep that as is. No, yeah, all right. I don't hate the colors. I do kind of hate them. What is happening here? Why? All right. Okay. Let's try again here. Whoops. One day I'm going to get a proper mouse and my life will change forever. Right now I'm just using my trackpad. I love that Vocal Media still makes an appearance, even though it's literally 50 cents. And last but not least, direct clients. Get rid of that. Delete. Okay, income. It's, what is that? 200, 260, and then, oops, why did that not? Last pie chart, I promise. And we're more or less done. Okay, so now what I love to do is read my story aloud. How I earned $7,763.53 with 11 streams of freelance writing income, 4 months into my freelancing journey. I began my freelance journey with ambition. I decided to aim for $10,000 per month by the end of 2021. This month was another step towards my goal and a sign that I'm on the right track. Jumping into freelancing has been one of the most terrifying and rewarding journeys of my life. Here's how that's played out financially for me, broken down by client type and income stream. I know what I can do. Hang on. We're going to make this. we're going to make these little headings because what I'm going to do is turn that bad boy into a really fantastic table of contents. I'm talking in extremely slow motion. Sorry. This month. And we're back. Thank the Lord. Oh, we're not back. Oh, we're back. Okay. So for those of you who don't know how, creating a it's a really helpful way to help your readers navigate your article, especially if it's a clunky one like mine. So I've just made this little table of contents. I use the table of contents extension on Medium, and it just means that when you have it just adds this little widget here, which is nice and easy. All right, how I earned 776353 with, yeah, all right, by the number of hours I spent on these pursuits. Wait a second, this doesn't show my income. That's fine. All right, so now I will submit this to the Postgraduate Survival Guide, one of my favorite publications. Select and continue. And, oh, I need to pick an image. What am I going to use for the image? So I normally hire someone to do my thumbnails for me. And because I'm also making a YouTube video on the subject, yes, she has gotten back to me with the thumbnail. So I'm just going to use that. Why not? She just finished this, so that's awesome. Okay, so let's see what that looks like. Is there a way to like, I want to use this, but I want to like shift it up a little bit. I don't know how to do that. Oh, well. Okay, so writing, freelancing, work, activity. Oh, what else do I do? Productivity is fine. All right, submit to publication. And I also have to message my friend who is the editor there to ask him to please publish it on Monday. That's another benefit of being friends with editors, is that they will do favors for you, including publishing stuff when you ask them to. And actually, you know what? I'm going to be really cheeky and include my call to action. I've done another one, 5 streams. This one, I think, is the one that I've got it in. Does that go anywhere? Yes. Done. All right, that's submitted, saved, and we're done. So I will now answer the rest of the questions. Do you feel like your stats always go up daily, even little amounts, or do you have days where they decline? Yeah, it's definitely a very fluid. I'll show you actually how fluid stats. Like this is a poor month for me. If you look at the past, it's been declining recently. I had a really good fall last year, and before that, it was even worse. So it's always up and down. I find that it typically goes more like in seasons of heights and seasons of lows. So right now I'm in a season of low of only like 100,000 views or so. But that being said, 100,000 views is about twice what I used to get like this time last year. As a beginner, if you have published an article in a famous Medium publication, it's still not getting much views. What should you do in this case? So publication size means literally next to nothing. I've had stories that go viral in very small publications, and I've had stories that go nowhere in very big, very famous publications. Instead of focusing on size, you should really be worrying about fit. How well does your story meet the needs of the audience? The way that I make sure that I'm submitting to the right publication, I go to medium.com. Let's pick The Ascent. No, let's pick, I think of a good publication. Jane Austen's Wastebasket. Is it? Jane Austen's Wastebasket. Not a lot of people know that you can go to see the trending posts just by adding / trending. This shows you the stories that are currently doing well on the publication. Even though this has a little less than 5,000 followers, you can see that these stories are doing really, really well. And let's see, library rules, how to eliminate writers from your home, how to write a book. So the top 3, you can look at these. These are stories that are humorous about writing. That's what this publication's readers want right now. That's how you make sure that your story has the best chance to go viral or at least get more views in the publication that you're submitting to. After these lives, how much time do you typically spend editing the piece? Yeah, it depends how long I spend on editing during the live. Because this is going live on Monday, I'll probably spend like another 5 or 10 minutes reading it out loud, doing little formatting tweaks. I'm not a big editor personally. Did I go too far? What are the best publications to submit to? Because I've been submitting to Illumination, but still only getting like 30 views per article. Again, you're going to want to be looking at fit. And also, like, if you had to tell me, what does Illumination, what is their niche? What do their readers want to know about? What could you tell me? I can't think of it off the top of my head. I just find it hard. I think it's much easier to find success with a publication that has a fully defined niche. It's just so much easier to know what your readers are going to be asking for. The secondary thing is try to look at how much they're publishing per day. So you can do this by going to add latest here. You can scroll in reverse chronological order. So today's February 5th. We can see 1 story published today, 1 yesterday, 1 the day before, 2 the day before, 2 the day before that. So these stories, part of the reason they're doing well is because the editor is only publishing 1 or 2 per day. If you look at Illumination, let's compare. Is it the Illumination, do we think? Illumination. Whoops, I have to add a backslash there, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20. I'm going to stop counting. The point is, this story has published over 20 stories today. The day isn't even over yet. So that's possibly why your story is having a harder time getting traction, because you're competing with the 20 other stories that are being published at the same time. My tea's getting cold. Oh, you're right. All right, I'll have just slightly lukewarm tea. Just some recommendations. You can change the focus on the image. Okay, it's going to be very hard to show me how to do this, but do you know how? I don't know how. I don't know how to. My internet is struggling, but we're going to hope. Hold Alt. Okay, let's do this. Let's try this. Stories. Is it here? Ah. Oh my God. I learn something new every single day. I swear to goodness. Okay. I want to see what it looks like. And how do I? Oh my God. Remove story from publication. Cancel submission. Doesn't seem to be working for me. Maybe it's just not saving. Or maybe it'll only show in the story listings. All right. Anyway, thank you to Marie. Thank you. That was super helpful. Let's submit again, Postgrad Survival Guide, and submit to publication. All right. How did I become friends with the Postgrad Survival Guide editor? Honestly, just submitting a ton of stories. I got to know Steven because he's the editor there, and he had a couple suggestions. And we're also part of the same writing Slack group. So I know there are a lot of sort of writing groups on Facebook, WhatsApp, Slack, and being in them is really nice for my mental health because it's nice to be with other writers who understand the struggles of both writing and writing on Medium. But add myself to the stream, sorry. But it's also good because you can start to build connections. Even if you start with people who might not necessarily be the editors of big publications today, they might be tomorrow. You never know. Or you might be, and you might be a good benefit for like a good resource for them to know. Networking, I wish it didn't matter, but it really, really, really does. And just being friends, being friendly, always being able to lend an ear, offer critical feedback, go the extra mile, promoting articles for somebody else. That kind of stuff is the kind of stuff that builds friendships and relationships with the people in your industry. Never a bad thing. Any suggestions of pubs to write about conspiracy theories? Depends what kind of conspiracy theory, and depends like when it was. I don't have any great suggestions, but I would love for anybody else to post them in the comments group, please. Would you ever do a story about your highlights, lowlights on Medium? I don't know. It depends what you consider a highlight and a lowlight. Like for me, I guess like at the end of the day, I'm getting paid to write, which is the highlight of my life. So I don't know that I'd ever have a lowlight. I guess like periods that are off seasons. I've had off seasons on Medium, I guess, but I think I'd struggle to not find only silver linings. Do you add new writers to your Slack group? I'm not the owner of that Slack group, and the owner is pretty picky with who they add to the Slack group, so probably not. Suggestion from Marie about perhaps a history publication. All right, well, that is the end of the Write With Me Live. Thank you all for joining me. Going a little longer than an hour, but hopefully you enjoyed that and bore with the internet disruptions and losing my train of thought mid-speak. I love doing these. And if you are here, whether this is your first one or you're come to all of them, thank you so much for being here and spending this time with me. Honestly, one of the highlights of my whole Medium career is that it brought me to YouTube and it let me do stuff like this, which is just the best. So look out for this story being published. I'm also posting a video about this exact subject on Sunday, which is why I've got the thumbnail. And yeah, any questions, always feel free to post them in the comments. I go through my comments once a week on Mondays, so look out for your answer then. And until we see each other again, happy writing. Bye, everyone.